This video is to review SL 8.4b and 8.4d, which both dealt with word usage, context clues, dictionary entries, stuff like that. So what we're going to do is kind of look at a power test example of all of these. So here we go. This one says, read the sentence. She thought it was extremely propitious that the fragile glass ornament did not break when it hit the ceramic tile. So this is just context clues. The question is, what does propitious mean? And I've never heard any of y'all use the word propitious necessarily, but was it a good thing or a bad thing that it hit the fragile glass ornament did not break when it hit the ceramic tile? To determine whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, the connotation positive or negative before anything. Is it regrettable, fortunate, coincidental, or disturbing? And once you've narrowed it down, it's probably not this, because that's bad. It's probably not this, because that's bad. So is propitious fortunate or coincidental? Which one is more positive? And that's how you use context clues to figure out the meaning. So answer number 1. Number 2, you're going to use this right here. Which definition best matches the meaning of the word diurnal as used in Skunk Alert? So this is the Skunk Alert section. It says, there have been increased sightings in recent years of these black and white friends of the forest. If a person tries to approach a skunk, they will get sprayed. Nearly all skunks are nocturnal. However, some skunk mothers become diurnal and can be seen in broad daylight searching for additional food. So diurnal is the however opposite of nocturnal. So what is diurnal? Is it growing hungry after long periods without food, out during the day to give off an unpleasant scent, or only coming out at night? You don't have to know anything about skunks. You have to know how to use words like however and context clues. So what's number 2? For question number 3 and 4, we're going to use this, but really all you need is to find where the word cobble is used and look at the dictionary entry and figure out which connotation. So for instance, if you're talking about the word run, you could have run like you race, or run like a river runs, or run like a run in your pantyhose, and they all have different dictionary definitions. So, students should not cobble together random items found around the house. If a student wishes to bring a backpack, it must be clear with no hidden contents or compartments. So you should not cobble together random items. Does that mean a lump of coal? To pave smoothly with small rocks? To uncarefully gather or put together? Or to fix a shoe? Which denotation of cobble is being used right here? Answer number 3. Number 4, you're still looking at the dictionary entry. So figure can mean 4 different things. To calculate or solve, to show by action or speech, a value shown in numbers, or a shape with solid outlines. So 2 of them are verbs and 2 are nouns. And the question is, which definition of figure is used in the pamphlet? So here it is. Individuals who cannot use their head and figure out the importance of discipline and appearance will find it hard to fit in here. So which denotation of figure is being used? Figure out. To calculate or solve, to show by action, a value, or a shape. Which definition is used for figure? For question number 5, we're going to look at just paragraph 8, so you don't need to read all this. Paragraph 8, the word distinctive. From 1931 to 1935, Glenn attended Emory and Henry College. Over the next 4 years, Glenn perfected his distinctive jump shot. While most teams scored a combined amount of 30 points a game, Glenn was averaging 19 points per game. So just he was averaging 19, most teams got 30, he's a lot of scoring. Distinctive. Does distinctive mean common, controversial, athletic, or unique? What would mean distinctive? so use the clues. Nobody else was like him. That's kind of the big deal. So answer number 5. For question number 6, we're just going to look at this dictionary entry, and you're going to have to choose 2, so kind of think this through. Use the dictionary entry in context from the story to complete the table. Which definition of verified is used in paragraph 15? So we're going to go to paragraph 15. And then which details help confirm that it means what verified means. So it's 2 parts. One of them is up here, and the other one is down here. So it was after her first 9th inning on the drive home that she made her decision. Her experiences at the ballpark today verified what her father had always told her about baseball. Right then and there, Alex decided that this wouldn't be her last game. So her experiences today verified what her father had just told her about baseball. So which definition of verified is this? To prove the truth by evidence, to gain the truth by research or comparison, to prove guilty or innocent in the eyes of the law, and hopefully you see that it's definitely not this one. So between definitions 1 and 2, which one is more this? On the drive home, she made her decision. Her experiences at the ballpark today verified what her father had always told her. So once you figure out the definition that's used, what's the clues that tell you that? Her ballpark, baseball, or experiences? So question number 6 has 2 parts. Question number 7, we're looking at the word confound. So, Hamilton studying his newspaper. So it would seem that this Dr. Cooper has seen fit to drag my name into his letter opposing Burr's candidacy in the Albany Register. Confound the man! I should have known better than to express my opinion of Burr so freely at that dinner. So which word would most likely, which 2 are most likely what confound means? Confound the man! I should have known better than to express my opinion. Denounce him, amaze him, condemn him, or contradict him. Hopefully you can see that amaze is probably not the right denotation. You need something negative. So denounce, condemn, or contradict, you're going to pick 2. So for question 7, you need to pick 2. And last question, question 8. A little bit complicated TEI. Let's think this through. Read the following line from page 6. So be glad you don't have to read this whole thing. Page 6. Bertram says, "It's like your cheek bagging our room." Rosemary, darling, what are you doing? It's like your cheek bagging our room. Hush, Bertram, we ought to always be polite to our visitors when they stay with us. I am sure if Rosemary wants our room, oh, chuck it. Oh, I say, she's writing a play. Like, this is weird. So read it a few times. What do you think cheek means? It's like your cheek. Bagging our room, does cheek mean one side of an opening, the side of a human face, packing items into a bag, swelling or bulging, impudence or audacity, catching or stealing. And then you want to figure out what bagging means. So, let's start from this. It's very upsetting when you're writing a play. Yes, miss, perhaps you could help with it. The more the merrier, you might say. What a good idea, James. Admit them. Yes, miss. The Misses Ada, Caroline, Elise, Gwendolyn, Isabel, Hubbard, the Masters, Bartram, Dennis, Frank, Harold, Hubbard, they all come in. How do you do? Rosemary, darling, what are you doing? It's like your cheek bagging our room. Like, make 2 that make sense down here. Okay, so when you feel good about it, submit it, and we'll see how it goes with context clues.